Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my Retro Bowl College Career Mode, where today we're going to be going up against Southeastern Missouri, who's 2-1 in their conference, 2-3 overall. We're 1-2 in our conference, 1-5 overall. Let's go ahead and hop into it here. We have Van Noy and Bognew benched and Givens out with injury. Van Noy and Bognew are benched because of low grades. Southeastern Missouri goes out there and strikes first. We'll drop back to pass and look for the no-name tight end, apparently, for 8 yards. Trying to hit it to a Dukia, but, he's not the best. Now, fire deep to Dobbs. Not read it right because it was a post. I want to throw that as a streak for some reason. Always do that. That's completely on me when that happens. Doesn't help that our quarterback's the most inaccurate quarterback of all time, but, Dobbs here on the return. He's going to get it up to the 24-yard line from about, the 2? Yeah, from the 2. So that's a pretty good return. Now we'll fire to Dobbs. He's going to save that one from being another pick six. He gets 14 yards. Now we'll fire for Dukia. He catches it. He gets 15 yards. We're going to be down inside Southeastern Missouri territory. Now I'll go back to Dobbs. He gets 7. Now back through the air looking for Dukia. He catches it for 11 yards, down at the 29-yard line. Now I'll fire to the no-name tight end. It's going to get us inside the red zone, down to the 14-yard line, or 16-yard line. 13-yard gain there. We're going to be sacked for a loss of 6 to end off the first quarter, trailing 14-0. We're going to look over the middle here, hit Adukia for a 17-yard gain. And Dobbs will get in with a minute 45 remaining on the clock. We're going to go for 2, because why not? And Fisk will get in here for 3 yard. Well, actually, we're going for 2 for a good reason, because we don't have a kicker. I had it tucked away in my brain that I needed to go for 2. Just wasn't sure why. Now Dobbs on the return. He'll work his way up to the 32-yard line. $14 yards there by Dukia. Now dropping back to pass again. We're going to look for Dobbs. It's going to be, it looked to be placed in the right spot, but it's going to be returned for a pick 6 instead, which put us down by even more going into halftime, because we're not going to be able to get into touchdown range. Going to be lucky even at this point to get into field goal range. So now here goes Dobbs on the return. He'll get it up to the 26-yard line. Definitely not the worst return ever, but not great. That's that one fault incomplete looking for Bognew. Or the no-name tight end. It's in your area. Just catch it. It's going to be caught by Dobbs for a 13-yard gain. Now this one we're going to shoot it to Dobbs. And actually, if I called a timeout, we might have had a chance of kicking a field goal. But, I'm not paying attention. We've already lost this game, basically. And we received the second half kickoff. Now, back deep on the return is going to be Dobbs. And here he'll get it out to the 30-yard line, basically. Just a couple inches short. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 to start off our second half of play, trailing here 28-8. So only a 3-score deficit, but even if after this drive we're able to make it only 2 scores, that's still going to be 2 scores. Then they'll make it back to 3, then we'll get it back to 2 if we're lucky. Go now to Adukia for 14 yards. And then looking for Dobbs through the air, we're going to connect. He's going to get 17 yards down at the 25-yard line. 8 yards there. Now back to Dobbs. He'll get 13 yards, down to 5. We'll toss it to Fisk here, and he'll get in for a 5-yard receiving touchdown. We're going to keep going for 2. And now we trail 28-16. They'll score now 35-16. A 19-point game. Dobbs on the return. He's going to get out of bounds there. Now we'll go to Dobbs, who gets 10 for going out of bounds. Back to Dobbs to the air. He'll get 13 down at the 45-yard line as the third quarter comes to an end. We trail 35-16, 19-point game. We'll go back to Dobbs to the air. He gets 8 inside southeastern Missouri territory now. So we'll connect now to Dukia for 10. And now 12 yards there by Dobbs. Now either for Dukia or Dobbs here. Dukia will get it for 11 yards, getting down at the 14-yard line. Now we're going to look for Dobbs on this one. He'll get 13 yards down at the 1. And we're going to hand it off to Fisk. He'll get in for a 1-yard rushing touchdown. We'll go for 2 again, narrowing their lead to 35-24. 9-point game now. We'll go for the onside kick. Southeastern Missouri recovers. They'll kick a field goal. Now it's a 14-point game with 42 seconds left. 11 yards there. Now connect with Dobbs for 14 yards, getting down to 50. 26 seconds remaining. We'll go to Dukia. He'll get 12 yards there. Unable to get out of bounds. With the clock winding down a little bit more. Now we'll overthrow Dobbs. Call timeout there with 4 seconds left. We'll kick a field goal just to make this a little bit closer. And we'll only lose by 11 points here when we make it with the no-name kicker. And our quarterback, Volson, has suffered a calf injury. He'll be out for 4 games. We're going to defend Fisk there for no reason, basically. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and come back next episode where we take on San Diego. Thank you all. Goodbye.